Right, fam. Welcome to Market Madness. Hope you are well. Hope you are blessed. Hope you are having a fantastic Friday. Ethan is already on NASDAQ. Emilio Freestyle TV is already on NASDAQ. It seems like NASDAQ is interesting today. Just before we go there, where are you watching me from? Let me know where you're watching me from. Where is it that you are watching me from? Welcome, family. Welcome to my Market Madness. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. Tell somebody that we are live. 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 Right, let's share this to as many people as possible. That's my analysis on NASDAQ from the Emily is saying he's watching from South Africa. Yes, from South Africa. Where? South Africa where? Where in South Africa? Port Elizabeth. Ethan is watching from Port Elizabeth. PE representing. Nice one. Nice one. Right, that's my analysis on NASDAQ. I know you're asking me what is my take on it. I'm just going to have a clean chart on it. But one thing I can say is that there's a lot going on NASDAQ. I'm just careful. Currently below my point of control, so I'll just be careful how I trade my NASDAQ today. Without wasting much of your time, let me thank today's sponsor, Okta, for sponsoring our event, for sponsoring our live stream, and for sponsoring our channel. Really appreciate their effort to sponsor us. If it wasn't for them, none of this was going to be possible. So for those that are joining us for the first time, you know what to do. My link is just on the bio, on the description. Click on my link for you to get 100% bonus. Use my promo code trade with MJ for 100% bonus, and let's see what happens today. So make your deposit also to join the funded group and get your analysis with us, get your mentorship, and get coaching as well. And as you know that we have our 7 a.m. club every morning. So today it will be interesting. Who will be our class captain today? Right, we've got PTs from Silverton, we've got Linda from Kidney, we've got Emilio Freestyle TV all the way from Kapstad, Cape Town, we've got Notlanta all the way from Kwatema, Laskasi in Israel. Mr. Buteles is saying he's watching us from Maravastad. I wonder what you're doing there. For those who don't know where Maravastad is, it's a very powerful place. It's a place for the rich, for the elite, high-end area, right? So, yeah, if you are in Maravastad, Mr. Buteles is there. I'm assuming that you are stuck on traffic. I'm just assuming you're stuck on traffic. That's why you're in Maravastad. Because I know traffic from there if you're coming to the north side. All right, we've got Rorisang is claiming the class captain, as well as Ethan is also claiming the class captain. So we'll see. Let's see who will be the class captain between Rory and Ethan. We'll see. Rory's already seeing some gold sales. We'll see. Yeah, PT, they don't know where Maravastad is. If you want to know where Maravastad is, you want to spend all your money, you've got some money, you've got some stacked cash, Maravastad is a place to be. you there's nothing you cannot find there. There's also there's a lot of things you can get there from Maravastad. Nothing there. You can buy anything. You can even buy signals there. Right, let's start, choppers. Welcome to Market Madness. Let's start with our chart. So before I get to NASDAQ, let's start with Euro Dollar. What is it we are watching from the Euro Dollar today? Okay, so for those that attended the morning session, you know that we spoke about this head and shoulder pattern here, peak formation forming around this area. As you know that when the market is about to make a trend switch over to switch from the upward trend to the downward trend, you know that normally it makes two things. It's either you're going to have a triple top, you're going to have a double top, or you're going to have a head and shoulder pattern. So as you see, it's like we formed the head and shoulder pattern there. But I was saying it to the choppers in the morning, we need to break this level, retest, maybe buy here and have our initial sell there, take our feed from this high to this low there. There it is there. So I'm going to be neutral on the euro dollar today. I'm not going to mess up my head with this thing today. By the way, I don't know, am I the only one experiencing problems with TradingView today? Not TradingView, Telegram. Am I the only one? Please let me know in the comment section if I'm not the only one. I tried to send my not my results on the group. Mr. Abdel is saying he's trading from Marawa start and he's having an amazing he's saying he's having an amazing view from there. Yeah, so maybe next week we need to join you there and maybe broadcast from there. Yeah, so yeah, that's my analysis on the euro dollar. So I'm gonna take short-term buys to the upside and then overall sell positions to the downside. And we're also going to look at what is happening with regards to our heat map, where which pair is strong, which pair is weak. Now, British Pound USD is quite interesting. I had a look at it just before the stream, right? So I was kind of thinking that at this level now, if we break to the downside, looking at how it is, especially from 5 minutes, right? And for those of you that say, why am I analyzing from a lower time frame? I've actually done that in the morning, so I already know what is it that I need to look at for the day, right? That's why I always say, ladies and gentlemen, it's important for you to join us in the morning, 7 a.m. club. We already have positions that we are going to take. We had a position on gold, we just hit TP just before the stream. I tried to open my Telegram. I'm failing to do so even on my phone. I tried two systems already. I tried my PC and my laptop and my phone. I cannot log on unless if I'm hacked. Please let me know if we are experiencing problems on Telegram as well. Right, so I need to break below this level for me to start taking a buy there. So I'm going to wait for the market to break, retest this level. And this might happen anytime from now because the market is just going to open now. Once the market tries to give me a retest of this level, I know that a lot of retail traders are going to commit. They put their stop loss there. I buy there, take my TP there, immediately take another sell there to the downside. Take my fee from the high to the low. Nope, not there. I think I'm going to rather use this one here, right, and see if maybe I can have my 786 around this area there, right? That's where I'm going to take my trade. So I will watch it closely and see what is happening, and it's going to look like a second leg from this high here, right? So yeah, so short-term bullish momentum maybe to 786, then we have an overall sell for the day. Okay. NAS is a strong buy, coach. Yeah, we'll have a look at it now. We'll have a look at it. I was actually planning to buy it just above. I think it was 19,400, 19,500. Once I'm above that price, I think I'm going to have a nice buy there. But if I hold that price, we'll just have a look at it now. I wanted to check if I'm the only one experiencing issues with Telegram. Yes, I also faced that. Mr. MJ can't log in. I thought my phone maybe. All right, so it seems like we are having issues with Telegram today because I tried to send my results on the gold that we took, and somehow I cannot open Telegram. So we'll see. We'll just see. All right. Now, for those that were attending the stream with me on, was it Wednesday? Look at how painful this thing is. I'm actually going to have a clean chart on it, right? Look at how painful this thing is. Remember what happened, what I said to you. It's painful to watch, right? I said to you, once we're gonna experience this rejection here, a lot of retail traders, they'll want to sell, make new lows, right, after breaking this support here. And unfortunately, I anticipated a quick sell, a quick buy. And when I was like 30% to my stop loss, I closed the trade live with you here last week, right? But look at what happened. This thing initially went up. I knew it was gonna, fill this gap. And I also mentioned it during the stream that the worst case scenario is for this thing to drop to the downside, stop us out, and go our direction, right? And yeah, so I have a date tomorrow, by the way, with GJ and EJ. I'm going to have gather some stats on it, because I feel like 15 minutes and 5 minutes somehow this thing continues to bleed me money, and I'm not really happy about it. So I think what I'm then going to do on this is just do back testing on 1 hour or from 30 minutes and see what happens with it. So yeah, if you held that buy with us last week and you didn't have your stop loss, or your stop loss was below here, because someone sent me a text that his stop loss was just around this support, so he hit TP, I lost it because my stop was very tight, because I was taking it on between 5 and 15 minutes. Right, so today is a new day. What is our approach on it? We are currently trading at a very critical area where we know that retail traders, they like support and resistance, and they like areas like this. If you take your fixed range, you'll actually realize that we are just above our fixed range. So how you can take this is to break above, make decisions after you break above 192054. I think that will be a better place. As long as I'm in between 192 and 190, I cannot look for any position, because my point of control is here. If I will want to sell, I'll wait for this trap, then take it to the downside, take my fib from this high to that low there. That will give me something like 50. So I will need it to do something like this for me to take it to the upside. But like I said, I need it to break below my point of control and then start taking it from there. Right. So I'm not going to take any trade on GJ today. I'm just gonna be on the sideline. If you are trading GJ, I'm really sorry, today I'm not gonna join you. I need more stats on this thing. It's bleeding me. It's bleeding me lately. This is the analysis we had in the morning. A break above 162, take a buy to the upside. Obviously, you're gonna take your fib from this low to that high. 786 is gonna be around here. Similar to the selling position, break, retest, and you do the same thing to the downside. But as for me, I'm going to just back off. I'm backing off all pairs that has to do with Japanese. Right. So this is our analysis from morning. For those who don't know, we meet every morning. So when you see a messy chart like this, it's what we analyzed in the morning. If there is a trade here, you should be in by now. We spoke about this level here, and we said this is going to give us a 3x3, and it's printing already there. You could have taken yourself from this rejection candlestick here. Please, if you're on the Chappers Funded, let me know if you took this trade. This is a beautiful trade that one could have taken advantage. Just gonna put your stop loss just above the high. 1:2 is going to be around here. So you should be like 25% to TP by now. Yeah, to take it to the downside. We also spoke of the fact that we'll be trading below our point of control. This is where our point of control is located from Monday, so it will be safe for selling opportunities. Also, don't forget there's a serious correlation between NASDAQ and Australian dollar USD, right? So yeah, you should be in by now. We saw a 3x3, 1, 2, 3 on the trend line, and then we have also a key significant area from the left to the right, trading below our fixed range, which is our point of control. Orders are currently piling up at that area there. We are good to go for ourselves, but we'll just see how the market plays out during New York. For those that want to take it to the downside, let's say you don't have a selling position already, the easiest way will be break above 0.67. That will be the easiest way. Retest, then we can take it to the downside. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I want to see if we can violate this level, and I'm taking myself shots to the downside. Right, let's go to gold before we go to NASDAQ. Right, so we caught a nice buy on this NASDAQ here. Look at how beautiful this thing is. We caught it here, break above. Remember, the way we trade Forex and the way we trade indices is different. We caught a nice buy here on this rejection. Put our stop loss on break even. As you see just before the stream, we hit our TP. A nice 1:2. For me, this came as an A grade. There was no way I'm going to leave it on 1 hour. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. So how can we approach it? A break above. I said in the morning, if you break above 2,508 an ounce, you can look for buying opportunities there to the upside. But if you are below, this thing can easily make a retracement. But I'm more of the buy side. Why am I saying that? We had 2,500 that we reached after we had an approach. We looked at our commitment of traders and we knew hedge funds and many managers are piling their positions on gold. In general, I don't know how many of you did this homework. I told you that if you go from 2010, check gold from August, from end of July, August, September, right? Tell me if gold is not appreciating on those months and come back and tell me what do you see. So there's no way around July. Gold is seasonal. Some of these things you have to know them by seasons. There's no way I can swing a sell on gold during this time. I'm only looking for buying opportunities if I am swinging. But if I'm selling, it doesn't really matter, right? So yeah, break above 2,509, then I'm going up. Anything below, then I'm going down. NASDAQ. Right, I did mention in the morning that since we hit, we were at the all-time highs. Remember, we had our nice all-time highs. Right now, it seems like we are going back to that 20,000 mark, right? I just want you to be cautious of this, because what happens normally if the market gives you impulse, correction, impulse, this is A, this is B, this is C. Sometimes the market can trap you by doing this as a correction, thinking that we are about to have a release on C. I'm just saying, just be careful. Chances are this thing can go back to 20,000. So the only way I can look for selling opportunities on NASDAQ, maybe if I break below 19,350, I think that's when I can look for selling opportunities. As for now, I'm going to wait for NASDAQ to break above, retest, then I'm going all the way to the upside. Right, and I am below the point of control, so I'll just be cautious on that. And looking at my RSI, if you don't know what ATR is, I use this sometimes for my TP and for my stop loss. Right, I don't get any divergence there. That means maybe this market is not ready, right? This market is not ready to reverse. If I had a divergence on RSI, I correlate RSI with my price action there, everything simply looks the same. My line chart and my RSI looks the same. So yeah, it is not important for me. Right, by the way, for those that are doing one-on-one, I send you a link on the video that you could watch about that RSI, that correlation where you can see the peak formation forming. So there's no peak formation formed as yet, so I'm bullish on NASDAQ. I'm gonna wait for it to break above, retest 19,700. I'm all in for a buy. Right, German 40. Now, German 40, as you know, I think it was coming from, was it 4 hours? We spoke about this thing coming from all the way from the top. I can't remember if it was the one, but let me just go with the morning analysis. Right, we have just broken above this level, a retest around 18,549, maybe reload more positions to the upside. Selling opportunities will have to come at 18,442. I think that will be safe, because this initially will be a retest of the key significant area, as well as the retest of this trend line. We normally trade this, analyze it manually, because we normally don't get this on. It usually says they don't have data, vendor doesn't provide volume data for this symbol. So yeah, we're just gonna leave it like that. But I think if I change, oh, I took out my thing. If I change German foot and use another provider here, maybe it might work. All right, USD Japanese. Right, USD Japanese, we spoke about you buying on the second leg if you are feeling comfortable. We spoke about this thing making. So this is what I always teach you, choppers. Be careful that when you are seeing a downward trend, there's not a mini upward trend for me. I'm going to repeat that. Be careful that when you are trading a downward trend and you are looking at a downward trend, just ensure that there is no mini upward trend for me. And this is how the market tends to be sneaky, right? How this thing is all programmed. This thing is having a downward trend, right? Everyone is seeing a downward trend and like we're going to the downside. They are waiting for maybe this to give us another retest at this area here, and they tend to sell, right? And what I was saying to you in the morning is that just be careful that when the market is showing you a downward trend, be careful that it's not sneaking around. Like when you see something like this, be careful that when it's coming to retest, it's not sneaking around with a new down, a mini upward trend. And that's why most of you get caught on this side. While you are waiting for this, you are thinking that you're gonna form a new low, break below, only to find out this thing goes to the upside. So we were not fooled by this downward movement here. We spoke about it in the morning. A retest at 786, we have formed a peak formation. How do you see peak formation there? Inverse head and shoulder, price peak, potential price peak formed. Neckline is just here. Retest to the neckline. The neckline happens to be around 786. You close your eyes, you just take your trades and you go to Dubai where you do and buy. And yeah, as easy as that. Also looking at your RSI, if you're having divergence there, you just close your eyes, lights out, take a buy there. And this is exactly how we anticipated. I was just saying be careful of the second leg that it formed here. And it formed the second leg and it went to the upside. If you were supposed to take it on 15 minutes, look at how beautiful. You had two entries there. Either this first leg entry or this second leg entry. You could have hit your TP by now. Right, so if you're asking me how many trades do I have, I only have a win, 1:1, A grade on gold. That's all I have. I haven't taken another trade. Right, USD ZAR, we spoke about this level here. We anticipated a nice retracement or a nice turnaround at 17 Rand 67 cents. And I don't think I want to say what I was saying in the morning because I know it's going to offend a lot of people. Where do you find these analysts from these channels? Especially your big channels like I don't want to mention them by name, but you know them, these news channels. You know, normally when you watch news, they normally have analysts is it before weather or after weather? They would come and say a lot of things. So they were basically saying that we can expect this thing to go all the way to 17 Rand. And I'm like, oh my word, where do you get these people? And I was telling the choppers group in the morning, plug us, maybe we do analysis there. Because there was no way. Remember, market also always looks for liquidity. It cannot just drop down and forget about the money it left there. Obviously, this was a trap. Look at the work that it did in so many days. It's now being covered in 2 days. Almost 30 or 40% of that work is covered in 2 days. Now look at how many days are this. Right, but enough of that. Retracement at 17 Rand 89 cents. For those that are trading exotics, just need to be careful. You cannot use the same lot size, right? For ZAR and use it the same as euro dollar. In fact, today I'll just show you how you can calculate your stop loss and your TP, right, using a calculator. Right, any rejection that will come around here, it will be good to see, but just be careful of this. I'm gonna go on 1 hour so that you can get it nicely. Peak formation formed in a form of what? Head and shoulder pattern there. Head and shoulder pattern is formed there, so you can actually take this low to this level here, right? 786 there to the upside. All right, I don't trade exotics, they're too expensive for me. US 30, yeah, we are having that bull run that we expected. We said if this price will hold at this level, we're expecting it to come to the downside. Now we are currently trading above this level. This thing can go all the way up. As you know, US 30, AUD, USD, and NASDAQ, there's a serious correlation there. So that means my buy for NASDAQ is well covered. Already moved by 1%. I like what I see already. Look at this. NASDAQ is already up by 1%. US 30 up by 0.63%. We're gonna have a look at our heat map now. Game on. Choppers, let's trade. Now, this is our heat map. What is happening with our heat map? Before, let me look at some of your comments here. Muzi is asking, where am I? Mr. President, how do I join the funded Telegram group as I am funded now? Okay, Muzi, you have my WhatsApp number. If you have my WhatsApp number, did you use my link, by the way? Don't just use any link. Use Trade with MJ link. Muzi, if you are funded, give me a ring. Send me a WhatsApp on that number there, and my team and I will put you on the group. If you are funded, just let me know. Are we having a misbehaving camera today? It seems like it. We are having a misbehaving camera today. Right, we're gonna try and fix it now. Let's focus on what we see on the chart. Right, what's weak today and what's strong today? The only thing I need to do is just to see where green is. AUD seems like it's strong for the day. AUD USD seems like it's strong for the day. Just trying to make sure that our camera is fixed here. Right, just 1 second. Right, choppers, welcome. I hope I'm back. I hope my camera is well now. Yeah, can see myself well. Sorry about that. Yeah, if it gives us problems again, I think we're just going to switch to another camera, and you know, the other camera we have, right? We call it the Vaseline camera. It's not as clear as this one here. Right. Okay, what is weak and what is strong today? As you see, Japanese yen is quite weak as always. You know, this one is always weak, and we are always aware of it that it's weak, right? US dollar is also getting some beating today. Wow, it's weak even against the Japanese. Then I gotta say that US dollar is the weakest today. So my sell on British pound might be compromised, right? But I'll just have a look at it. Euro dollar as well is also getting some beating today. New Zealand seems to be strong. If you paid attention to New Zealand and what is this, AUD USD, I think they've been the strongest for the week. If you paid attention to them. Okay. Remember the Jackson whole symposium. Remember, it's continuing again today all day, and it's red. So I don't know what those guys are discussing there, but it's the US dollar is quite weak, and now it's compromising also the position that we want to take on USD ZAR, right? So yeah, British pound is fairly, I think it's fairly strong as well. So yeah, I don't think we have much to worry ourselves with, right? NASDAQ, we've broken above 19,700. All we are waiting for is a retest, and we are taking our nice buy there to the upside. It's easy as that. Euro dollar. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Right, so we're waiting a break below this level, take ourselves there. We did not even arrive there. So that means we need to do a re-evaluation. We need to do a re-evaluation. So our buy was going to come here on 5 minutes. Our buy was going to come here on 5 minutes. We wanted to buy there, take profit here around this area. If we had our rejection candlestick, we were going to take it to the downside. So it seemed like we didn't get an opportunity to buy there from this area. 1.31, that's where we wanted our buy. Take TP here and have an overall sell there. So that means this will have to go for re-evaluation. I don't know what is happening, but are we having something happening now on the news? Anything on the news now? According to me, there's nothing. I think what is happening now is this thing here, what I spoke about, the Jackson Hole Symposium. I think it's the one that is causing all of this. I think it's the one that is causing all of this. So can you see it's saying day 2? So this thing initially started on Thursday, which was yesterday. So now we are on day 2. Jackson Hole Symposium. So let's see the results. Yeah, Linda is saying it's Powell. Obviously, Powell has to be involved. But that will be good for our NASDAQ, don't you think? That will be good for our NASDAQ, up by 1% already. That will be very good for our NASDAQ. Yeah, like we always say, Powell has become the new Donald Trump. Whatever he says, he's just affecting the markets. We'll wait for a retracement, then we take it to the upside. Gold is up by 1% as well. Look at that gold there. Right, now we have broken above 2,500 and $507 dollars an ounce. We will wait for a retracement. We look for buying opportunities from there. I'm just trying to figure out new home sales as well. Let's see. What time is it now? Almost 4:15. Yeah, Powell is speaking. So he's speaking. That's how much power this gentleman has, right? He's speaking now. That's how much power he has, this guy. Right. We don't even want to know what the guy is saying. We'll just go with the flow. Right now, officially, US dollar has become the most weakest pair or weakest currency as in this trading session. Right, it's the weakest. It's down against the Australian dollar. It's down by 1%. It's down on the British pound by minus 0.76. It's down on the New Zealand. So this already tells me that the New Zealand and Australian, they're quite strong because it's already down by 1% on both of them. Against the Canadian dollar as well, down. Against the Swiss franc, down. Against the Japanese, down. If you see this 0.01% simply means Hong Kong is also getting a beating. That's why it's red here everywhere. So that means the US dollar is buying. I mean the US dollar is weak today. The US dollar is weak today. That will be very interesting to see how we're going to be having this trading session while the gentleman is speaking. Eh? Savelo is having some gold. What is this? US 30 buys. Yeah, where did you catch it? On which time frame, and what's the price that you caught it from? A break above retest this level, obviously we can be looking to buy. But if we have just a corrective movement to the downside, I might look into buying on NASDAQ because they correlate. I don't usually like buying or trading US 30. Enjoy NASDAQ more. Wow, this is very interesting to see. Look at that. Sure. We cannot. I want you to tell me something, right? We cannot really think that Powell's speech is the one. Yes, as much as it's the one that is moving everything, but we cannot say that this was not decided. What do you think will happen here? This is a major one. We spoke about it when we started with the session. This will be a major one. Resistance, right? What do you think a lot of people will do there? They will sell. So normally when there is a major, let's say you have a major resistance somewhere, right? You are looking at this thing, maybe it's also coming from there. And normally what happens, there are two things that normally happens. Is either this market, when it comes closer to that major resistance, the market tends to drop just before it arrives there. Why? Because many of the retail traders will wait for it to come there, and they're going to capitalize with pending orders there to go to the downside, so the market doesn't feel them. Or this is how cruel this thing is. Or when the market comes in here, it's just going to have a massive vector candle coming in, like what we see now here. And it usually happens during the news, and that's why now you see I don't like news, because this is where we see things like this. Okay, so many people that sold here, especially that it made it look nice that it's selling. That's why I say on currency pairs, I don't like support and resistance. I can never trade like that on currency pairs. Hence, we wanted to sell only if we break below this. But as long as we are here, you are going to experience things like this. Right, ladies and gentlemen, are you excited about Gala with the President? Let me know who's coming. So I had a meeting with my team yesterday. We've decided that we're going to start with Sentin. I initially wanted to start in Pretoria, but we're going to start in Sentin. The 21st of September, lunch and dinner is on me. Let me say dinner is on me. Let's meet. I'll give you the venue this coming week. I'll give you the venue and the time. Remember, it's going to be an exclusive gala. It's going to be an exclusive gala. Prepare your suit, prepare your high heels, whatever you're gonna use. Since Nontanda was saying already, she's fixing her outfit for next week. But remember the rules again, choppers. We need a gap. We need space. We don't want this, right? We need space. I guess the Sabelo is showing us our price, the price in which you took this thing. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget the 21st of only 10 to 15 people are going to be allowed for the exclusive gala. Right, it's going to be a very powerful gala. I'm going to be having a good friend of mine from Top Trader South Africa. Ngobile will be there as well. Ngobile is also one of the VIPs that will be there. So some of you always wanted to meet with him. That's a day where you can meet with him and you can meet with me, right? So yeah, the TTSA crew will be there as well. So the gala is taking place the 21st of September. Exclusive gala with the president. Nantlanda is saying she's stressing about the outfit and practicing to eat slow. Yeah. So I would love, especially the people that are always streaming with us, I would love to see you there. I would love to see you there. So make sure that you are there. Please make sure that you are there. Reserve your seat as soon as possible. From next week, we'll let you know how we're going to go about it. Right, we are having that retest on gold, $2,506 an ounce. We want to see what's going to happen there. So what's number one on my watch list today? I think my number. Look at that NASDAQ there. It's printing out nicely. I need it to drop even further. I need it to drop even further. Buy at the discount, as I always tell you. Buy at the discount. Now I want the noise to stop a bit. There's a lot of noise here because of the news. I want the noise to stop a bit. EU. Cautious of the fact that we having arrived at this level here. Remember what I told you. It's either the market can violate this level in a short space of time, or it will not arrive there and eventually drop. So I'm very careful there. There's a lot of noise at the moment because of the Powell speech. I'm going to be very careful with my trading today. I'm going to be very careful with my trading today. Yeah, Mr. Utelis is on with his Marasta today. He's buying the outfit from there. Yeah, that means you are loaded with money, sir. There's no outfit there. There's no outfit there in Maravastad that is cheap, right? So yeah, Takunda is saying, but you ain't coming to Zim, though you have disciples this side. Takunda, I would love to come, my good friend. I would love to come. You know, it's quite costly to go into a place to meet one person, right? So it's always better you go to a place where you've got, you know, a number of people there, so that you can service as many people as possible. So Takunda, if there are people there in Zim that are ready, they want me to come, I think from next week we are gonna have a Google form that you can sign and fill it up so that you can come, and we can see where we have a lot of choppers. Then we can go to that city. I'm believing that after Gauteng we're going to Cape Town. After Cape Town is Durban, maybe possibly from there. I know someone spoke about Mpumalanga as well. I told him the same thing. If we have enough people there, we definitely come in there. So we might come to Zim. Where are you located, Takunda, in Zim? Harare, Blawayo. There's a place there in Zim called Maswingo. Yeah. Where are you in Zim? Right. Still waiting for this noise to stop a bit. There's quite a noise on the markets now due to the speech for Powell. We wanted to see if we can get a retracement around 40,978, and we are not yet there. Let's see our NASDAQ. Right. I'm still careful on this NASDAQ. I just want this noise to come down a bit. I want the noise to come down a bit. I think in the meantime I'm going to switch to my Vaseline camera. Where is it here? Right. Still waiting for the noise to come down a bit. I've switched over to my Vaseline camera, as you can see. I don't like this camera. I really don't like it, but I'm gonna have to work with it, right? I don't like it, but I'm gonna have to work with it for the sake of the stream. I'm gonna have to work with what I have. The other camera, I don't know what's up with it. Okay, what is it that you are looking at? Okay, Takunde is saying he's in Harare. Yeah, make it happen, I could say. Make it happen. Let's come to Harare. It seems like Euro dollar wants to give us another high from where it is. That British pound is also not biting to the downside. NASDAQ also not biting to the downside. Want to buy at a discount, but like I said, there's too much noise. I need for this noise to come down before it can execute. Gold is quite nice, but it took one candle to go to the downside, so chances are it can come to this low and then go to the upside. I'm still waiting for it as well to see what is happening there. Yeah, I have a good buddy of mine watching here and he's saying I'm covering the Octa logo. I need to fix that as soon as possible. Thank you, my good sir. Thank you. So I'm experiencing issues with my other camera. So you're gonna be seeing two cameras here. I'm going to ensure that the Vaseline one is out and I'm left with the other one because the other one is giving me issues, right? Right, so let's just hope this one is not gonna give me issues anymore. And yeah. Jay is always the best, eh? Jay is always the best. He's the best producer you can ever find, eh? Very strict. He sent me a text, he's like, MJ, you are covering the Octa logo. Yeah. So by the way, guys, some of you don't know Jay. You always hear me on TTSA. I always talk about Jay, who's always looking at the time. Yeah, come for the gala. You're gonna see him there. I'm sure he's gonna be wearing 4 watches. Can guarantee you. She's not that is asking, Mr. President, did you watch the MK briefing? What is your opinion on the top 8, including Mr. Floyd? Well, it's a tough one. You know, I really don't know what to make of it. I think people were too quick to judge them when it comes to them having one lady. You know, they have one woman there, but I don't know. Anything can happen from there. Maybe they can introduce more ladies. I don't know, but it looked a bit disorganized. But again, we need to give them chance because these guys are fairly new. I mean, they only started now, but it looked a bit disorganized. Floyd also looked all over the place. He looked like a volunteer. So let's give them chance. Maybe they're cooking something. I don't know. They might be cooking something. Yeah, Floyd looked like a volunteer. I don't want to lie. All right, for those that have just joined us, we don't have any trade so far on the live stream. However, we had a nice buy on gold. We took our TP on gold. We took it on 15 minutes around this area here. We had a nice buy to the upside, and yeah, currently looking at maybe reload of positions around 2,505. Please don't worry about my camera. Just focus on what you see on the charts. That's what is important. My face is not that important. Let's just focus on what is happening on the charts. Right. So we don't have anything running at the moment, right? Okay, I'm still with you. I'm still with you. I'm still with you. Can I kindly ask that those that are streaming with me, please send me messages after the live stream, please. I really need to concentrate. I really need to concentrate. I cannot be looking. I actually need to make sure that my phone is off. Looking at that euro dollar, look at that euro dollar go. It's flying to the upside. And yeah, for those that haven't taken a buy, I think you did yourself a good favor, because I'm looking at the break retest and see what will happen above this level here, 1.1173. That's where maybe I can have a position on buy there. Okay, for those that wanted to buy NASDAQ, I'm still with you. Buying at the discount will make sense. Buying at the discount will make sense. Yeah, I think that's what we can be looking at. I think that's what we can be looking at. Buying at the discount on NASDAQ there, and we can actually take this thing to the upside. Okay, what is it that you are looking at? Please let me know in the comment section. What is it that you are looking at, and let's trade together, fam. All right, be just right back in a second. Don't go anywhere. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Just ensure that you subscribe and you like. Please ensure. Right, choppers, we are back. Let me just get my charts on now. So yeah, with regards to that NASDAQ, still waiting for 19,690 reload positions from there. I'm not in a hurry to buy this thing, because you see, if you just follow the news, you just go with the hype of the news, you could be entering prematurely, and only to find out that this thing is not even going to the upside. So wait for the noise to come down before you can commit. Look at that US dollar. And if this thing will close with the rejection, there's no way I'm gonna be looking to buy it, because that's what millions of people around the world or retail traders will do. They will sell there. They will definitely sell there. So I'm not going to be selling this. I'm not gonna be selling this. So I think what's gonna happen is for me to ensure that the Vaseline camera is working well, and I'm gonna switch to it until we finish this the stream. I don't know, it's quite disappointing, this camera I'm using now. It's a bit leggy, but the charts are fine. The charts are fine, but the camera is a bit leggy. British pound USD. Look at that bullish run to the upside. Well, like I said, this is too much for me. It's too much drama, and I'm not going to entertain that drama. I'll be waiting to see if this thing can give me a bit of discount if I will want to buy. But I think number one on my watch list will have to be NASDAQ. I think it will have to be this NASDAQ here, especially on 5 minutes. I think that's where I'm going to be taking this thing. I think that's exactly where I'm going to be taking this thing. All right, let me know in the comment section what is it that you are looking at, and let's trade, choppers. Let's trade. Ethan is asking me what's the plan with NASDAQ. So Ethan, I'm looking at a reload at 19,695. There's a rejection candle I need to see for me to start taking this to the upside. So as it is for now, I cannot really entertain it. I'm just careful there. Rory is saying I must not forget to inform the choppers about the gala. Yeah, Rory, you really love your fellow colleagues, eh? The gala here is coming the 21st of September in Sentin. It's gonna be exclusive. It's going to be nice, and yeah, it's going to be formal. Right? It's not going to be like a cater deployment gala. Right, it's not gonna be like a cater deployment gala. It's going to be a serious gala. We're gonna be discussing your business. We're gonna be discussing your trading, and how is it that we can assist you. Right. So yeah, we are going to enjoy. So yeah. Do you think we can have a reload on euro dollar? I strongly believe a lot will buy. Look, it will be risky if I'm going to take this. This will have to be a B grade, right? The reason why I'm saying so is that, don't you think that at this area here, we're gonna have a lot of people selling here? I'm thinking I'm going to have a nice scalp to the upside with the euro dollar. If you look at 3 minutes as well, what I don't like about the 3 minutes is that I'm just retesting at this level, and I want to take my feed from the low to the high and see if maybe I get to this area. Maybe I might buy even there. Why? What is the main purpose of me selling or buying at major resistance? That's what we've been doing for this many years, and we've been losing by just following the rules of support and resistance. You buy it at support and you sell at resistance. I don't buy that anymore. So yeah, I think I'm going to scalp this to the upside. That's what I'm going to do. But this will be my big rate. I'm not gonna go all out on it. I'm not going to go all out on it. Right. And some of you don't know how to calculate lot size. There's a pip calculator. There's a Forex calculator. There's a lot size calculator online. Okta offers that. Right. Go there and calculate your lot size there. You just put the price that you want to enter and the exit price. So the entry price and the exit price is going to calculate how many points. You take those points, the pip value, you times it by the lot size. Pip value times the lot size, then you would know how much is it that you're going to make or lose out of that. As easy as that. I get worried when I see someone trading a $25 account and is putting 0.02 on gold and is putting 0.02 on euro dollar. So you're using the same lot size for euro dollar and gold. Someone is using 0.05 with a small account on NASDAQ, and you're using the very same 0.05 on gold, on euro dollar. That's tricky. It's tricky. So yeah, Okta has that. Okta has that. You can have a calculator there. 3 calculators online. Take advantage of that. Let's look at our heat map. What is happening with our heat map? Who's strong and who's weak? What I've noticed is that when I'm jumping to another screen, you see, this camera misbehaves. So it really doesn't want me to show you the heat map. What is happening with the heat map? Right, the dollar continues to get a beating. Yeah, the Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar looks like is the strongest for the day, because the dollar against the Aussie is down by 1%. It's also down on the New Zealand dollar by 1%. So that clearly tells me that the Aussie and the New Zealand dollar is quite strong for the day. So there's no way I can be looking at selling AUD USD. There's never a way I can do that, because this is clear for me. Model B number 2 on the list would have to be Hong Kong dollar. I don't trade this as part of the exotics. I don't entertain such. Canadian dollar is it's holding its ground because it's strong against some of the majors here. What else? Japanese, weak as always. Japanese continues to be weak. All right, can we get our buy on the euro dollar, or we are taking the buy again? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not licensed to give you financial advice. Do what you want to do with your account. If you're copying me, make sure that you use a very reasonable lot size and you are willing to lose the money there. Remember, I took my 1:2 on gold, so I've banked some profits, so I'm safe to take any trade now, whether A grade or B grade. I think if this candle will come down a little bit, I'm gonna take my buy there to the upside. If I take it here, my stop loss will just be around this area. 1:2 it's a bit high. So that's what is tricky about entering a market that is already at the high, because you don't have a nice pullback. If you had a nice pullback, it allows you to go down with your stop loss, and it also allows you to go a bit low with your TP. 1:2, it can easily be taken out, right? So 1:2 is a bit high there for me. Stop loss, if I put it around this area here, again, I'm not really happy with it. But if I can drop to this 786 here, look, if I put my entry at 786, I can easily go to the upside, right? And my stop loss will just be below my 1, right? Also looking at my ATR, the last 14 candles, what is happening? I have on average, the last 14 candles is around 9 pips. This is where you find it from. It's around 9 pips, the last 14 candles there. So I can say ATR times 2. I can come and say ATR times 2. So if I say ATR times 2, then it simply means I'm going to say 9 times 2. Then I get my 18 points for stop loss. Then I can let it ride to the upside. it wouldn't even bother me. So yeah, the ATR is a good indicator rather, that you can use to calculate your stop loss and your take profit. Ethan is saying that I need to check NASDAQ again. Right, so we are looking at NASDAQ. You see what I mean? Just need to be careful. We broke below this level. So imagine if you went with the hype of the news, you'll be trapped by now. You just need to be careful how you trade these things. As you know, when you come at the support or resistance and you're trading these indices or commodities, they are fairly volatile. Also, when you look at your ATR on them, you are not having a significant amount of points like your major pairs, right? So that's why we like trading a rejection candle. If we had a rejection candle at this area, that's where we're going to get a buy. But at this point, there's nothing there. So if you're going with the hype that everyone is going with the news, you could be stopped out by now. So there's still too much noise on the market, especially if you're doing intraday. You just need to be careful. You just need to be careful. Let's look at where we are in our point of control. Let's see where we are with our point of control. Right, so the safest will be a break above 19,770. Anything below that, this thing can easily come down to this area, then we might drop to the downside. But I tell you what, if I get a nice rejection candle on this thing, I'm taking it to the downside. But anything above it, I would think that, why would I take it there? I'm below my point of control. This is my fixed volume range, right? I'm below my point of control and I didn't hold 19,691. So that tells me that 19,691, that's where money is. As long as I'm below my point of control, it will be safe for me to look for selling opportunities there. All right. Gold, what is happening with our gold? Again, can we find another rejection on gold? Can we find another rejection on gold and we can enter gold? It's giving us a second leg on 5 minutes, first leg on 15 minutes. Another rejection coming in the next few minutes. In the next 8 minutes or so, we're gonna have a new candle coming in. Let's look at our euro dollar. It's also quite interesting, right? Yeah, I think the safest buy on euro dollar will have to be at 786 Fibonacci retracement there. Okay, British pound USD. Again, Powell is continuing to talk, right? The news. I've noticed that a lot of people, they get trapped on the wrong side because of the news. They go with the hype. Don't go with the hype. Be a loner. Imagine if you took a buy here and you're like, we are going all the way to the top. Look at what is happening. The dollar wants to gain ground now. By the way, guys, I'm having an Octa water bottle here. It's one of the things you're gonna be getting from the gala. Nice things that you're gonna be getting from the gala. We're gonna be giving away some merch, right? Nice caps there, nice t-shirts. This is a nice t-shirt from Octa. Yeah, so make sure that you are there. Make sure that you're there at the gala. What is happening with German 40? As you know, we want a rebound around 18,548, then we are good for the upside. Rory Sang said, the way you speak these numbers, Mr. President, I see you are an old G. Price for me is very important, Rory. I'll tell you what. Price for me is very important. I need to know all my prices by head, so that when I'm not in the charts, I just know I'm waiting for 19,000. I'm waiting for 18,000 on this. I'm waiting for 1 point something on this. I'm waiting for 17 rand on this. That's the only way you can have fast execution, because remember, I'm scalping. If I don't know these prices by head, it's going to mess around with my psychology. So I need these numbers, because we normally think that we are trading the charts. Yeah, as much as we are trading the charts, we are trading the price. You need to know your price. You cannot buy and sell and you don't know where you are buying. If you're going to buy NASDAQ, you need to know where you are filled. What is the amount? If I come to you and say, where did you buy NASDAQ? It's not enough to tell me that you bought NASDAQ at the high or you bought NASDAQ at the next resistance. That's not enough. I need the price. If I'm going to join you, because remember, if I say I bought at the resistance, which resistance on which time frame? But I can tell you this, 19,000 is 19,000 on every time frame. It makes my job simple. So that's why I like price. I like these numbers. Right, look at that German 40 dropping. You see what is happening there? AUD is also dropping, right? So if you had yourself there, you could have been stopped out on that 3x3 by now. AUD has just went to the upside. You could have been stopped out on this re-evaluation on it. We broke above this level here. We need to break below 0676 for us to start looking for selling opportunities. If you take your point of control, if you take your point of control on this, yeah, if you take your point of control, you're still above it. So selling opportunities is not an option for me until we break below this level. I need to break below this level for me to consider selling opportunities. Where I am, it's easily to see a reload to the upside. So I just need to be careful there. And I wouldn't want a resell here, a retest to this level and sell. Why? Because I'm still above my point of control. It can easily do this because the point of control is here. So I need to break below the point of control, below 0.6745. Then that's when I can look for a sell to the downside. Will NASDAQ volatility slow down after 7, coach? Yeah, well, like if you've been trading with me, Ethan, you know after 7 I don't trade at all. Right? I don't know if the volatility will stop now, but I'm glad that we did not go with the hype that was happening when 4 o'clock hit and those news for Jerome Powell. Remember, these people, they are in the Jackson Hole economic symposium, so we don't know what those guys are talking, right? We don't know. We don't even want to know for now, because even if you know, you're not going to dictate where the market will be going. So I don't know where this volatility is going to stop. Maybe yeah, after 7, maybe, but as it is for now, maybe 5 minutes. Again, it depends on which broker you're using. I know my broker, the spread on NASDAQ is not bad, so I wouldn't mind having a resell on 5 minutes there to the downside. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Subscribe, like, and share. What's happening with our AUD USD? It's not biting to the downside. It's not biting to the downside. Our buy on AUD USD is going to be around 0786. That's why I'm going to take my nice buy there to the upside. But as it is for now, it's too much at the high. I cannot, because if I take it here, like I said, my stop loss will be it will be too much at the high. So I don't want to take that risk. British pound USD. We are having a nice retracement there. I cannot see who just subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. God bless you and welcome to the Choppers community. Can you take your fee from the low to the high and look to be buying this right on 3 minutes? But again, when I look at the spread for GU and the spread for EU with the broker that I'm using, it's not really the same, right? So I'm just going to be careful when I trade GU, because on 5 minutes the spread is quite high for my liking. Someone was trading US30. What's up with your trade? Are you having any results for us there? I gotta say, this gold is beautiful. I don't wanna lie, all these rejections at this gold is looking nice. 2,510 an ounce. I like it. I like this gold. I really like this gold. But now, why is it that it took 5 minutes for this thing to go down? Now it's taking 10 minutes to go up. It simply means there's no momentum to the upside. So you also need to be careful there. It can easily drop to the downside, this thing. You need to ask yourself this question. It took 10 minutes to go to the downside, but it's taking it took 5 minutes to go to the downside, but it's taking this 10 minutes to go to the upside. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's official. Rory is our class captain for the day. I think Rory is our class captain for the day. Congratulations to Rory. Rory is being active since. It's like he's the one on the live streams. Like he's the one here. I think we should put him on the camera. And let me have a break a bit. Congratulations to Rory. Rory is our class captain for today. Yeah. So yeah, Rory is our class captain for today, ladies and gentlemen. It's over. Ethan, you almost had him. You almost had him, but he beat you, buddy. Almost. Let's see Monday. Maybe you'll be. Right. Just be careful again for this 3 candlestick patterns there. I didn't really expect the speech for Powell to be this aggressive. Yeah? To be honest with you, I didn't really expect it to be this aggressive, because it's disturbing what we are doing. Don't forget to like and subscribe, fam. Again, this momentum going down again, don't be fooled by it, because again, it can fool a lot of people to say we are going down, now it's going up, right? So yeah. So the interaction on the live stream might also be one of the things we're gonna look at to reserve your seat with the dinner with the president. Again, choppers, that day we're not gonna be looking at charts. No, don't bring your laptop, please. We can maybe bring a notebook where we can take some notes when we have discussions, but no charts. If you bring your laptop, it's for notes. Yeah, I'm quite in the sideline. For those who just joined us, we only had a buy on gold. We hit our TP 1:2 risk reward. No other trade taken from me ever since. I'm still on the sideline, looking at what is happening with the Powell's speech. And yeah, I'm just careful on what I'm gonna be doing from now on, because the market is just simply pumping and dumping, and I'm just fairly careful on that. Again, ladies and gentlemen, whenever you hear this song and you are sleeping, you are in your wildest dreams, just know that market madness is about to start. This is our welcome song. So whenever you hear this song, just know, choppers, it's about to go down. Right, it's only fair to also look at our South African currency, right? For the fact that you see all this red here, it simply means again your currency is doing quite well, right? Because if you see it on the red here, in fact, this is amazing. This is something that we don't normally see. So when you look at the heat map, for those who don't know, the heat map doesn't tell you whether to buy or sell. It's just an indicator to show you who's strong and who's weak, right? This is amazing to see, right? It's amazing to see that the ZAR is stronger than the AUD, stronger than the NZD, stronger than the Hong Kong dollar, stronger this other one, I don't even want to know. Singapore dollar, Chinese yuan, Japanese yen, Korean whatever, AED, this one from Dubai. Yeah, they don't really matter. What matters is my ZAR. Yeah, we finally winning. We finally winning as a nation, right? So when you look at the Asian Pacific, Middle East, and Africa, they normally put them in the same group, right? South African rand is number 2 today in the Asia Pacific, Middle East, and Africa. So since they are put together, South Africa is number 2. All right. In fact, it's number 1 because we don't have South Africa against the Hong Kong dollar, right? I saw this and I thought maybe the Hong Kong, no, there's no such a thing. So the South African rand, ladies and gentlemen, believe you me, today South African rand is very strong. USD ZAR is down by minus 1.3%. You know what it means? It simply means take your wallet, take your bank card, deposit right now because the rand is at the low. It's still at 17 rand something. Remember, we are going back to 18 rand quite soon. So yeah, South Africa, congratulations. Congratulations. So this is also for those of you that are trading exotic pairs, right? This will help you. So today you don't want to mess around with the ZAR. Don't buy USD ZAR today. Scalping it, you're gonna get hit. Congratulations to South Africa. But I tell you what, when I'm president, it's gonna be like this every day, every week, every day, every week. Right, let's go back to the overview of the market. So the dollar continues to be weak. So you can imagine if the dollar against the AUD is down by 1%, you can imagine against the ZAR. 1.11% against the ZAR is 1.30%. That's a lot for your day. That's a lot for your day. That's a lot for your day. Right. Let's see what is happening with that euro dollar. Again, you're still stuck in the same place. We are not really moving on it. We want our buy at 1.11. That's where we want our buy. ATR times 2. Looking at what the ATR is saying, we have an average of 9 points. So if we have an average, the last 14 candles tells us that we have an average of 9 points. ATR times 2, it simply means 9 times 2. We get our 18. That's where our stop loss is going to be. So you can easily adjust it here. There it is, 18 points, just below 100, right? As easy as that. It goes in line with our rules. It goes in line with our strategy. Like I always tell you, once you have calculated your stop loss, you don't need to calculate your TP, because if you are going for 1:2, just drag your profit target point to the upside until it reaches 2. Then that's where you know that this is where you need to be. Again, go on the Octa, go on Google right now and just type Octa Forex calculator. It's there. And if you don't know how to use it, remind me on the group and I'll teach you how it works. Always take your pip value, times it by the lot size, then you would know how much per pip you are going to be charged and how much per pip you are going to lose. Look at that gold go. Look at that gold go. Quite beautiful. The only thing that was discouraging me is that it took a long time for this thing to go to the upside there. So yeah, I'm still on the sideline, fam. I took my TP on gold here, so I'm not under pressure because I took my TP here, $2,598 an ounce. We haven't looked at our stock portfolio today, the shares, what's happening with the shares. As you know that we've been trying to buy shares for quite some time to the upside, $166 a share. That's where we were anticipating a buy, retest around $166 a share. We wanted to buy. So as you see, we are retracing back to that level. A nice rejection candlestick around there. We are good for the upside. Apple, even on it, we were bullish for quite some time. We waited for $225 a share. We're going to be reloading more positions, as you know that we wanted to break above it, and then we can. Right now, currently trading back on 15 minutes. It seems like we gapped to the upside. So anything that will play around here and gives me a nice rejection candle, I'm all in. The only concern will be this is first leg, this is second leg. Pump and dump playing around price again where the market is consolidating. You just need to be cautious of this thing. If it does break to the downside, maybe I can be looking at $225 a share to the downside, but it can easily play around this area here. For me to now look for buying opportunities, break above $227 a share, then I'm all in. This is the analysis that we had in the morning. There it is there. Here, there's something that we also never looked at today. Bitcoin. We never looked at our Bitcoin today. Remember, I'm looking at buying at. We need to break 60,000, right? We need to break 60,000, and that's what I'm gonna be all in. Again, this kind of rejection candles that you see here, it simply means that a lot of retail traders are going to sell at this area. If I was trading my crypto portfolio today, I was not gonna look for buying opportunities to the upside. I can tell you that if this breaks around 61,660, then I'm gonna be looking to be buying. As you know, from last week I said I need to break above 60,000 for me to look for buying opportunities. There's a major resistance there. It's quite blocking this 60,000, and I'm not sure if it can go to the downside or not. But as long as I'm above 59,000, I'm intact for the buy. Right, that's my Bitcoin. What is it that we want to enter during this hour? Our number one, what's number one on our hit list? It's NASDAQ we want to buy or sell rather. We broke below 19,615. So yeah, a retest maybe. At that area, we might be jumping in. Tidiso is saying, brother MJ, good to see you, Tidiso. Ethan is saying, fair play to Rory. Yeah. Ethan, tell you what, Monday is there, buddy. You can beat him on Monday. Yeah, this song is like I'm already on a trade, killing it with a pump gun entry. Yeah, soon I'll see how the market reverse continues, etc. Can't wait. Say, what are your thoughts on indices eventually? So to be honest with you, Sabelo, I was quite bullish on them because I believe that we're gonna hit 20,000 on Nasdaq again. But now what is making it difficult is it's telling at the moment because of this Jackson Hole Symposium that is happening now. Powell is talking, and whenever he opens up his mouth, you know, hedge funds and money managers, they always seem to be doing something. So I'm still quite bullish on them. Intraday, maybe I can be a bit bearish, but yeah, I'm still bullish. Remember, if I hold on 5 minutes, 19,680, I can be looking. But if I break above, you know the drill. Looking at my point of control at this area, I'll be above it. Then it can be good for my buying opportunities there. Based on looking at gold, Mr. President, gold, the overall momentum, yeah, it's been quite, but yeah, we had that bullish momentum that hit our TP from yesterday, you know. So yeah, this was gonna be a nice entry, to be quite honest. If we had it on 15 minutes, I think by now we could be smiling. Eh? Put your stop loss just below that, and we could be at, yeah, we could be like 50% to TP by now. But like I said, I'm not really for the buy there. It can easily go to the downside at any given time, so I'm just careful there. Euro dollar doesn't want to give us an opportunity. We're planning to buy at $1.11, which is around 786. We did not get that. It sucks to see that, but yeah, we just have to. It's better we didn't jump the gun and we are stopped out. Right, British pound. We are also waiting for $1.30, which is around 786 here. We wanted to at least get a buy there. We didn't. We fairly made a new high there. So yeah, nothing on the euro dollar and nothing on the GJ so far. Right, this NASDAQ, if this price doesn't hold anything that will break above it, I'm all in for a buy. This is the candlestick that I'll be waiting for. Right, choppers cannot be excused for 2 minutes. Just need to get some more water and get to the bathroom quickly. I'll be back. Please don't go anywhere. We are still trading. We still have more minutes to go until the stream will end. So yeah, be right back. Yeah, choppers, we back. All right, what's number one on my hit list? NASDAQ is number one on my hit list. Right, I find a rejection candle here. I'm all in. I find a rejection candle. I'm all in. Right, if this candle will close like this, I'm all in. I find a rejection candle. I'm all in. Spread looking quite good. Spread looking quite good. Yeah, Savelo continues to ask me hard questions. Subs, I see you are really putting me on the spot. So Subs is asking, are we going to hit 3,000? Well, I think that would be too ambitious, buddy. To hit 3,000 by the end of the year, I don't think so. Because remember, with the momentum we had to 2,500 an ounce, I don't think so now, because there's still some money piling up down there. So they still need to grab something before we can think of going to 3,000. I don't think that can happen soon. I mean, 3,000 is, well, I don't know. I really, but 3,000 is quite high. Look at where 3,000 is at. I doubt. By the end of the year, I doubt. How many months are we left with until the end of the year? So, look at 3,000. I'm on the 4-hour chart now. Look at how far 3,000 is. I don't know. We're talking of a lot of points to the upside. I doubt. I don't think we're gonna reach 3,000 by the end of the year. I don't think we're going to hit 3,000. I don't think so. I don't think so. That gold continues to rise. NASDAQ, like I said, I get a nice rejection candle there. I am all in for a nice buy. If this thing will close nicely with a nice rejection, I'm all in. Okay, so where can I put my stop? I'm going to kindly have a new chart on this, because now I'm entering this. I really need to concentrate. If I enter this now for a buy, my TP, 55 110 55 times 2 ATR times 2 110 115 stop loss TP. My TP wouldn't make sense. I'm gonna go all in on this NASDAQ big rate again. Don't do what I do if you don't have the money that I have. Also, if you're not using the same risk management strategy that I have. Right, so the profits that I have on gold, I'm going to expose them on my NASDAQ trade. I'm not having this. Right, my second entry is just being filled. Right, so my entry is at 19714. 19714. 19714. Right, let me see if I can have it. There it is there. That's my entry there. And I have my stop loss at 19596. One nine five nine six. 19596. One nine five nine six. 195 19596. Right, 1:2. It's quite funny that my TP here is at resistance. My TP here is at resistance, which is not 1:2. This is not 1:2. Something is weird here. Oh, I see. 19876. 19876. There's my TP there. Right. All right, so if you are using a structure of 1:2, if it's an A grade, let me educate you with something here. You don't have to do it as I do it, right? Remember, here it's just a community trading different strategies. Please, if you're having a strategy that works and you've been using it, don't change it. Why change the winning formula, right? So with me, my gold trade, I took it on the A grade, so it's 1:2, right? Risky reward. So that means I've got 2 times of what I lost. That means even if I can lose this NASDAQ, I'm still have another 50% in the bag, because this I'm taking it as an A grade, just because I think looking at where we are right now, break above, though it's not the nicest retouch, but I'm still gonna take it as an A grade, you know, because I still have 50% that I can play with. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to play with that other 50%. So if I lose this, and I always give you this example, that say for example you are winning $100, that means you have exposed $50, right? So if you have $100 is what maybe you can potentially say is for the next trade. So that means you are going to expose 50 here, right? That's going to be your stop loss, and then your TP still is another $100. So you understand, if you lose this trade, you are still left with $50. I'm telling you, if you use this method, you can never be stressed. You can really never be stressed. You can really never be stressed. You can never be stressed if you're having this strategy, right? It's not really even a strategy. It's just, it's a common system. Every business runs like this. You cannot, I always again use the tomato example. You cannot buy one tomato for 5 rand and sell it at 5 rand. If you want 100% profit, what do? You sell that tomato for how much? 10 bucks. Easy maths. Great R maths. Right. Still at our entry point. What is happening with gold? Rory, it seems like you are really interested in this gold, eh? The way I see it, it seems like you're really interested in this gold. I'm gonna be on the sideline for this gold, man. As long as I've banked something on it, I'm just gonna be on the sideline. AUD, USD, are we still having that? Man, this thing is still pumping to the upside. Doesn't want to give us a rebound at that $1.11 where we wanted to buy it. But yeah, we have our NASDAQ. Let's see if NASDAQ can go back to 1%, right? We anticipating maybe NASDAQ will go back to 1%. It was up by 1% now, currently trading at 0.83%. So we want to see if we're going back to 1%. It will be cool to see that 1%, so that when we at the high there, we can put our stop loss at least on break even, then we run it risk free. Alright, if you have just joined us, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the broadcast. Also comment and let us know who you are, where you are watching us from. Don't forget, the 21st of September, we are having gala with the president. Fix your outfit. It's happening. It's happening. Someone is saying if NASDAQ closes above 19,728, I'm taking that buy with you. Welcome, sir. Welcome. I respect people that always wait for a certain price for them to enter. I have so much respect for those people, because whenever a person does this, it simply means they want to see where they can put their stop loss. Right? Not just you enter because you see Mr. President entering and you just entered. I'm entering because I've already calculated my loss. Mentally, psychologically, I'm prepared for this loss. So whatever happens here doesn't really bother me. Because think about it, I'm still going to be trading with you for hopefully next month to come. So imagine psychologically one is not strong. How can I concentrate during the live stream here? I always say that if your risk is not mentally registered in your system, if you didn't register your your loss in your system, in your head, and you didn't calculate it, it's most likely to affect you. But if you have calculated it and you have registered it and mentally that there is a high chance that I'm going to lose this money in my account, it will never bother you. Believe you me, try it. Right, we want to see if we can reach 1% for this. What is happening with our heat map? Still US dollar weakest for the day, as well as the Hong Kong dollar. Still weak for the day. There's this gentleman from Pretoria. He's always live on TikTok. Do you guys know him? There's this gentleman from Pretoria. He's always live on TikTok. Apparently, when he's live on TikTok, everything freezes. I think some of you know him. His name is Tegelegi. Right, I think next week or next month rather, we're just praying and hoping that our sponsor will continue with our sponsorship, and yeah, we're gonna buy a bell when we open, and when we hit TP we need a good sound. When we lose, we also need a good sound. So I don't know, what will be your suggestions there? When we win, what is it we should blow, and when we lose, what is it that we should also blow? But obviously when we open at 3:30, we need to ring our bell. Right, someone is saying there's no sound. Please check if you're not the only one. I think everyone can hear me. Or NASDAQ still fooling around. Right, we're still waiting to see what will happen with our NASDAQ there. Remember, if entry is taken on 5 minutes, for those that have always traded with me, I said I did manage to have some adjustments on my trading plan. Since the spread is not bad on NASDAQ, I'm allowed to take it on 5 minutes. But I never take a NASDAQ trade just before 3:30. And after 7 o'clock, there are no trades that I take. If there's no strong move in 2 minutes, Mr. President, it's out. Yeah, Rory's cramming my trading. I see you are really studying how I trade, so I can see that. Yeah, you know me. If this thing doesn't take off, I'm all out. This thing must take off. I take trades where I think there is liquidity. If there doesn't take off, I'm all out, because I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste my time. It's either you're going to pay me now or you're going to take my money now. That's my principle. But if you're going to be playing around and you're not showing me whether you're going up or you're going down, then I'm not going to entertain you. I'm going to be out. yeah, we'll see. Let's see how this candle can print. Right, last week, if you are trading with us from Monday, you know we closed our books positive. We only had an very disturbing loss on Friday last week on EJ. Japanese again, they continue to take advantage of us, but yeah, but we still close our books positive last week. NASDAQ is up by 1% at the moment. Let's see. Euro, dollar, and British pound. And you know, one thing that I want you guys not to forget, it's a Friday, né? For those that are using brokers that you pay swap, this thing can move sideways to trap you until Monday. So just be careful there. Just be careful there. Right, remember guys, if you want to join the funded group, you want to trade with me, get mentorship and coaching, join the funded group. The link is just there for you to join. Make a deposit with Okta. Use my promo code trade with MJ to get 100% bonus on your deposit. So just ensure that you do that and you're going to join our group. Right. We have already a very disturbing spike on our NASDAQ trade. However, we are going to still be in it. See if in the next 5 minutes we can find something. If not, then you know the drill. One of the reasons that you are seeing this NASDAQ do like this, it might be because there might be people that wants to buy once they see this. See, so it's always important to buy at the price that makes sense. Don't buy when you just see a bullish momentum there and it comes down and do this. You see, when it comes down, excuse me, and do this to us, our stop loss is still intact. So imagine if you buy there because you saw that bullish momentum and say, Mr. President is in, I'm also coming in. It's suicide. Going to be suicide. All right. Those that are in the choppers funded, like I said, tomorrow is Saturday. I'm going to be doing I'm going to gather some stats and some data on Japanese pairs on 30 to 1 hour just to see what is happening there. I'll give you the results next week. Sometime next week I'll give you the results. Right, NASDAQ is continuing to bleed us as well. But we are not that far from our entry. We are also having a rebound on euro dollar. So yeah, British pound USD. I think I like what I see on British pound USD. What time is it? 2:06. If I enter now, if you look at this here, maybe reload at this area here. I don't know. NASDAQ is up by 0.76 from 1%. So it seems like we are failing to go to that 1%. We're failing to go to that 1%. Look at how volatile this thing is, all the way to the downside to our stop loss. We are like 25 points to our SL. Very aggressive. We close with a spike. Chances are we're still gonna go to the upside. we close with a spike, chances are we're gonna go to the upside. No spike there. Well, this can mean two things. If you don't have a spike on the candle that just opened now, this can mean two things. If you check it on the 15 minutes, it's not really looking good because it closed 15 minutes. It's a new candle on 15 minutes and it's just dropping to the downside. So yeah, seems like we're gonna be stopped out on this one. But I think we'll just have to wait for it to stop us out. SL 195, 96.8. That's where we have our stop loss. Well, the dollar is gaining momentum from everywhere. British pound, the dollar is dropping to the downside. Euro dollar, the dollar is dropping to the downside. So it also means that most of them, even gold, we can expect it to drop. So yeah, Rory, you won't get your buy on gold. Again, the Symposium is doing whatever that is doing there. NAS is up by 0.60% from 1%. It's relatively showing weakness. It's quite weak now. From 1% to 0.60. We already lost 0.40% on NAS 100. Yeah. Rory, I don't think you're gonna get your buy on NASDAQ, buddy. On gold, I don't think you're gonna get your buy there. Currently consolidating around this area. That's why I'm like, I don't wanna entertain this. Rather, I deal with my problems here on this NASDAQ there. Right, those that are not having sound, it seems like you are the only ones. Check your speakers. It seems like everyone else can hear me except you. Right, it seems like the dollar is continuing to have a bit of strength. I don't know where this strength is coming from. Just before the stream, if I am back above that level, I will leave it. But if I'm going to be consolidating around that, then I'm going to let it hit my SL. Right, look at that euro dollar. We're expecting, as long as it's still up there, so we can expect NASDAQ to do the same thing, to drop. But if euro dollar can gain strength from here, but it will never be safe for you to buy here. Tell you what, if you are watching this and you are thinking of reloading here, chances are you're going to give away your money. I can never buy at this point. The retest on Forex at this point, I can never do that. I can never do that. Yeah, I can never do that. Right, I'm going to see how we close our 5 minutes candle there. If I don't have anything, I might as well take it with there's a small loss that I'm in. But anything that will break above 19,696, maybe I can leave it. But I'm still not confident with this trade. As long as I'm below, I'm still not confident. So yeah, I think. And I don't like the fact that euro dollar as well. Euro dollar is quite weak. Look at that. We are also coming from almost 1% on the euro dollar, right? So this thing can easily go back down because there's no strength there at all. US30, we can gauge our NASDAQ with US30 is also dropping to the downside. Yeah, it seems like there's something happening with the Symposium. Something happening with the Symposium. All right, NASDAQ almost to our SL. If it will break below, I'm actually watching it on the wrong thing. Up by 0.55%. This thing is weak now. If it breaks below this level here, there's no more hope on this thing. We held on it for now. Pump and dump, pump to the upside, pump to the downside, and the upside. So if we hold this level, maybe we can still say there's hope. But anything that will break below that level, it's lights out for us. Or for me rather. British pound USD, it at 786. I will have to see if maybe we're gonna have a nice rejection candle here, but these things are continuing to drop to the downside. And what I don't like about this, if I leave this NASDAQ over the weekend, right? Let me show you something. If I leave this NASDAQ over the weekend and it's still playing around, it doesn't really help me because I don't know how it's going to open, and I don't like leaving trades over the weekend. I don't like it at all. I still don't have hope on this thing. We break below 19,633. There's no hope for this thing. We are like in between 50% or so in loss to stop loss. But yeah, how long have we been in the trade? For those that are trading US30, again, there's nothing there. So do you use fundamentals? No, I don't use fundamentals. I don't use fundamentals at all, but I'm just careful when I'm trading and there are fundamentals like what is happening now. I don't use fundamentals at all. But if there are news release and speeches and whatnot, I'm just careful in my trading. But I really don't use. I believe that fundamentals, look, the fundamentals work for other people. As for me, I believe that fundamentals are secondary. I believe that they are already secondary. Our NASDAQ is still playing around. Seems like this level is still holding there. This level is still holding. It seems like there's something happening there. If you look at the where we are, look at where the fixed control is. Very quite interesting to see that on 5 minutes we have our point of control at that area. Like I said, we break below that point of control, we can say all goodbye to our trade. Let's see. I think this NASDAQ trade has made me to even go beyond what I need to do in terms of streaming. I should be done by now, but I want to really spend some time with you guys to tell you what happened with my NASDAQ. We've been streaming for more than 2 hours. I'll send the invoice to you choppers after this. Right, can we hold that 19,629? I don't know, but we'll just have to see. Let's see gold as well. Gold still consolidating. Well, there's nothing here. If you're not in a trade by now, I don't know, but if I were you, I was not gonna be trade. Depending on your style, if you are swinging, you want to swing this thing, maybe you might be safe. But as for me, I don't think there'll be another trade that I will take from here. I'm just managing my NASDAQ. Currently in a loss, but yeah, my stop loss is not yet hit. I will see as time goes on. I really want to see if this thing will be hitting my stop loss or will be getting some acceleration to the upside. But yeah, still fooling around, but it's really not taking off the way I wanted it to take off. It's not really taking off. Euro dollar, we had some support at $1.11. British pound USD, we just passed our 786 mark, but going back to it, so we had supported $1.31. So yeah, still watching these markets. Gold moving nowhere, it's not going anywhere, still up by 1%. Look, it had a good day. God held a good day since we had our TP on gold earlier on. It had a good day, but yeah, side movements for now. If you caught it from yesterday from this lows, you could be smiling now, but as you see, there's nothing there on gold. Right, still holding that 19,006 something, but we see the way price is moving on this NASDAQ. It shows you that whatever candlestick will come after here, it's a do or die, I can tell you that. Look at the way price is moving so fast. It's a do or die. One of the reasons how you can see how you can utilize the ATR is that you look at how low it was. It was around 10, right? And you want to gauge, normally when it releases, is it at the same amount as the low? So still not moving anywhere, still around here. So there's something that is cooking there on this NASDAQ, I tell you. But yeah, like I said, I can afford to lose it because it will only take 50% of the profit I made on gold earlier on, so I can afford to lose it. As long as the euro dollar is also not giving me a bullish momentum, still holding around $1.11 there, then I can say that yeah, we are finding some strength on the dollar. 19,645 still holding. A break below it, like I said, expect this thing to drop to the downside. A new candlestick is coming now. It's also going to give us a heads up of what is happening with this thing. Is it gonna be bullish or is it gonna be bearish? As you see, it's bearish already. What's gonna happen here is going to be interesting from now on. I think this is the candle that is going to stop us out. I'm not sure if I'm the only one. Have you noticed that on TradingView, the candles are they're earlier than on MetaTrader 5. The candles are earlier than on TradingView. So I'm like 20% to my stop loss. I've already made peace. It's all over. Right. So on here, I'm stopped out, but here I'm waiting for. I'm not stopped out here. I'm still on that price. Stop loss 19568.8. I'm still not stopped out on my MetaTrader here. I'm still not stopped out on MetaTrader here. You'll just hear the sound. You know the MetaTrader sound? I'm still intact on trading on MetaTrader. I'm still safe, but I'm very close to my stop loss. Very close. Right, seems like we're gonna have one win, one loss for the day, but still profitable because we still have 50% that is not yet taken by the market. So we still close our books on the blue today. One win and one almost loss. Almost there to my SL. You just hear the sound. Since not say it was not a good week for me. Hopefully next week it will be a good one. Yeah, hopefully next week will be a good one. To be quite honest, for me it was a good week. I think it was better than last week. I think this week was better than last week, because last week I had a lot of break-evens and took my loss on Japanese. Yeah, I'm almost there to my stop loss on this NASDAQ. I just touched my SL. I can see it's already showing me, you know, when you see the red sign on the SL thingy, you know that it's over. I see you. Still holding my NASDAQ, haven't hit my SL as yet. I'm very close to it. I'm just at the stop loss now. Yeah, overall positive week, much better than last week. Yeah, we'll just see how it goes. Let's see what is happening with that gold. Just below 1%, then it actually tells you, again, if gold is not moving to the upside, there's no way you can expect NASDAQ to move to the upside. Still holding my NASDAQ. On TradingView, still looks like it's But what's the price here? 19,595. What is the same even here? I don't understand. Right, don't forget today's class captain. Rory was our class captain. Let's see if he can defend his title Monday. Remember again, ladies and gentlemen, Monday we are meeting again at the same time, right? Same time, same place. Make sure that you are there. 21st of September, dinner with the president. Don't also forget that. I really want the sound to be a bit low so that we hear me when I hit my stop loss, the MT4 sound. There it is, stopped out. I'm out of the trade by now. Right, took an L on NASDAQ for the day. Right, took an L on NASDAQ for the day. We did not have a nice retest at this level. Market decided to go to the downside. However, for those of you that are swinging, I would still leave my buy. Still believing we are going back to 20,000. I'll still leave my buy. Look at that rejection candle there. Chances are we are still going back there. So if you are swinging, if I was swinging with you, I was just going to leave it until Monday. But if you're using Oct, obviously you're not going to pay swap for the whole of the weekend. But since I'm scalping, I don't want to hold it until, because I'm scalping. If you are swinging, you are still safe until, well, I don't know where you're going to put your stop loss if you are swinging, but this thing has a high chance of going to the upside. From now, it has a high chance of going to the upside, but you just need to follow your rules as you are trading and you are scalping. Mr. Ndu say, thank you for the stream, Mr. President. I really enjoy them. Yes, I also enjoy spending some time with you guys. Thanks a lot, Mr. President. We really appreciate you. Have a good weekend, Choppers. Yeah, Choppers, let's make sure next week we tune in again. And remember, we are having the 7 a.m. For those that want to join the Choppers Funded, all you have to do is use that link down below and fund your account, and you join the Choppers Funded. Let's trade again, ladies and gentlemen. It was a positive day. Only had one win and one loss. So our win rate is 50%, right? But with good risk reward, you still have another money that you have backed. If you're risking $1, I'm just gonna close with this. If you're risking $50, you already made $100, right? Now taking a loss on this NASDAQ, that means you only lost $50. You still have plus $50, right? But for those that are swinging this, like I said, let me know on the group if you find this thing going up on Monday. I strongly believe we're still gonna see a momentum to the upside, but for us that are scalping, it's always risky to put our stop loss tight. You pay for putting your stop loss tight. But if I was scalping, if I was swinging this, I was not gonna have my stop loss there. Maybe I would have had my stop loss around here and wait for this thing to go all the way to the upside there, right? And my stop loss was still gonna be intact. But because we are scalping, you have to pay the price of scalping. Every style of trading, you have to pay the price for it, right? Yeah, so this is where we had our stop loss, currently stopped out, but still believe this thing can go all the way to the upside. Choppers, thank you so much for your time. I can't wait to trade with you again on Monday. We had a positive week, a plus week, a blue week, and let's see if next week we can have the same thing. God bless, and we'll see you soon, Choppers.